Hello everyone, this is 05 and welcome to the Cobra Central Toy Review. And today's review we're looking at the 2010 release by Hasbro of the G.I. Joe Resolute, the 7-pack G.I. Joe Battle Set action figure review. And today's video is a part 1 video, so we'll be focusing on the First Sergeant Duke, Resolute Duke, or commonly known as the Arctic Resolute Duke. Subsequent videos we will also be focusing with the rest of the figures itself. So today we'll be looking at Arctic Duke. Now, first things first, I got this battle set in a local toy shop, which is about 15 minutes right from my place, for 79 ringgit and 90 cents. That is 1/3 of the retail pricing itself for 230 ringgit. Imagine my surprise when I found out that they are actually selling this so cheap. But what you wouldn't believe is that the first day that the shop started to sell this, that will be on Saturday, sold this for 70 ringgit. That includes with the Cobra Battle set as well. So 70 ringgit per pack. The second day is 79 ringgit and 90 cents, which I was unlucky enough to actually got it on the second day. And by the third day, they jacked up the price to 99 ringgit and 90 cents. No idea why they do that, but I'm lucky enough to get this. Now, let's take a look at the front part of packaging itself. Like the Cobra Battle set, the front part of packaging is a window that showcases all of the figures itself. You got the Ninja Commando Snake Eyes, the Ranger Beachhead, First Sergeant Arctic Duke, Warrant Officer Flint, Counterintelligence Scarlet, Heavy Machine Gunner Roadblock, and finally another Ranger, Sergeant Stalker. Very nicely done, and it also displays with all of the accessories. Perhaps there's more hidden inside, we won't know. Also, the base stand will be hidden inside the packaging as well. The top part here is listing of all the characters' names, and at the bottom nothing much, so that's on the side as well. Now at the back we got a small little write-up here with the G.I. Joe Resolute logo on the top. However, with the character artwork, it's not very well done compared to the Cobra Battle set. Well, you have Snake Eyes here, a nice little image of Snake Eyes. You got Beachhead that, but you will notice that the Arctic Duke's artwork is a bit off. It's like his jaws is a bit shrunk down. It's kind of weird looking. Then you have Scarlet here, Sergeant Stalker, Flynn, and Roadblock. Of all the character art, this one's a bit weird. Anyways, enough babbling. Let's open up this packaging so we can molest Arctic Duke. Be right back. And we're back after reviewing the figure and the rest of the stuff out from packaging. Now let's take a look at the file card here. Now at the top section of the file card is stated as First Sergeant, codename Duke. Here you got a little image of the Arctic Duke, but he looks kind of weird, as if his jaws is a bit deformed, like it's smaller or shrunk down. It's kind of weird looking. Now, on the top section here is stated as file name, Hauser, Conrad, S, Primary Military Specialty Infantry, Secondary Military Specialty Intelligence, Birthplace St. Louis, Missouri, Grade E8. Now, the write-up stated, a leader is always in the position of making the tough calls and hard decisions. Duke, as the head of the G.I. Joe team, understands the burden of leadership all too well. When it's the duty of the team to respond to a threat against the world, Duke must be the one to make sure that the priorities are clear. The mission comes first and everything else comes a distant second. He demands a lot from his team, but he doesn't ask anything of them that he isn't willing to give himself. His hard-won experience and unflinching determination have earned him the respect and loyalty of his team. And he quotes, "We are the G.I. Joe team. Now we show Cobra why it's a mistake to go up against us." And nothing really strong with the quote, and the back is all black. Now let's take a look at his accessories. First, we have a atypical G.I. Joe base stand here from the 25th anniversary design. You got a G.I. Joe logo on the top with 2 pigs for the figure to stand on. Very nicely done. And the nameplate is stated as Duke. At the back is stated as 2007 Hasbro, made in China. Now, for his weapons, there's only 2 weapons, which is very lacking actually. First, we have a pistol, which is all black plastic with no paint job, and this pistol is nothing new. It's the same old pistol that you find in some of the 25th anniversary single-carded line. Nice little detailed stuff, but the trigger is a bit too small, and the figure can actually hold, well, up until this point you can actually hold it all the way up, but it would just spread the fingers even further up. Very nicely done, nothing new. Next we have the assault rifle, which actually is painted with silver, but not really well done, as you can see here. The stock. Now this assault rifle is also nothing new. It also came from the Resolute Duke, the single carded version. Nice little detailed stuff. On top section here you got a scope, barrel. At the back here is a stock. You got a magazine here, handle with a smaller trigger, and that's about it. What's funny thing is that there's a smaller peg there. It doesn't peg onto this figure, and it doesn't even peg, well, for the original figure itself that came in the single carded form. So I have no idea where this actually pegged to. Now let's take a look at the figure's paint job. Now the figure's paint job is, well, a bit better compared to certain figures in the Cobra battle set. It's painted nicely done. The earpiece is painted in silver, as you can see. The mouthpiece is painted as well. You have to be careful on that mouthpiece, because some battle sets for the Joe side, especially on this figure, the mouthpiece is not painted, well, entirely, especially when it's near to the mouth. The flesh tone skin is of course not painted, it's just pure plastic. Eyes is painted, nicely done. The lower jaw and the back of the head is painted, nicely done. Now the entire coat is, well, actually not painted, it's just pure plastic color. It's still alright. They also apply a lot of detailed stuff onto the rest of the body. The pouches are painted in brown, dark brown. Buttons are painted in silver. Belt is painted all the way, and the belt buckle is painted in silver with red and blue lining. On the side is painted as well. Elbow pads is painted in silver, but not very well done, as you can see here. It's a bit of paint smudge and chipped. And funny thing here, there's a bit of paint smudge as well. The entire lower arms and the gloves here are not painted. The entire legs here, the only section that's painted is the straps. Silver paint job on the buckle here, and I assume that's ammunition. The gun is painted, but the entire holster is pure plastic material. Knee pads is painted in silver. The lower section of the legs here is painted, and the boots, top section of the boots are painted, but the entire thing is just this beige colored plastic material. Nicely done, actually. It has more details compared to some figures found in the Cobra battle set. Very nicely done. Now for the sculpt, the only thing new is the head sculpt, and I love the head sculpt actually. Very nicely detailed stuff, especially on the hair, and his face is very nicely done. He looks very old, you know. If you want to compare to the Resolute version, this one is a bit young. This one looks way more nicer, and one side of the scar is more visible compared to the other one. This one is a very nice head sculpt. Earpiece is also nicely done. So does the mouthpiece there. And this is a very nice head sculpt. But that's the only new thing. The body here is actually from the single carded Arctic Trooper Snake Eyes. The upper arms here is from, well, the Resolute 5 pack. This is Duke. As you can see here, the upper arms is the same. The lower arms and the legs are from the single carded Duke. No changes at all. But I actually kind of like this. I really love the head sculpt here. Now let's take a look at the figure's, well, articulation. The head actually can move left and right with no problem. can turn 360 degrees, but you have to work around with it because due to the hood now is hindering it. The head cannot pivot up and down at all. Torso here can go forward, back a little bit and turn 360 degrees. Shoulders here turn 360 degrees and raise the arms this far. Elbow joint here bend this far, not a lot, and turn 360 degrees. Wrist joint here turn 360 degrees, and you have to be careful because it pops up very easily. Hip joints is hindered by the skirt, so it can only move forward this much. Very disappointing. Back a little bit and spread the legs this far. Double jointed knee that bend this far. Ankle joint that bend up downward and upward and turn 360 degrees. And one final thing that I forgot to mention is that he has one leg longer than the other one, if you notice. So if you want him to stand, you'll see he just tilt on one side. How very nice. So overall, I would say if I'm gonna give a rating on this, its one leg is longer than the other one. It has decent paint job, not a lot of new stuff, not a lot of accessories. So if I'm gonna give a rating out of this, I say I'll give it a 5 out of 10. A 5 out of 10 for the Arctic Duke. And I thank you all for watching. This is Lucy05 and I'm signing off.